today I feel your ex has realised that the damage done in your relationship was nothing to do with you, okay? They're pointing the finger elsewhere now. I feel that they're realising, I feel it's either family or friends, that they allowed other people's voices, other people's opinions to ruin your relationship, basically. And I feel they feel very guilty, but more than guilt, they just feel, what have I done? How come I've let you go when other people now, this is what I'm hearing to say to you, the people they listen to, okay, are getting on with their own lives. And your ex is almost left on their own, wondering what on earth to do. I feel the family or the friend group were the sort of people that wanted the drama. They wanted to be in your business. They wanted to know what you were doing. And they're nowhere to be seen now, okay? They're just getting on with their own lives. And your ex is the one who's sitting in misery, okay? I still think your ex loves you, all right? I feel that they're still very much in love with you, and if they could have a second chance, they'd do something about it. So I'm going to see where this is going today. Are they going to do anything? Okay. But also, if they do, are you're what I'm trying to find out for you is, you don't ever want to be in that situation again. You know, you went through a lot with other people's interference. So I'm going to see if they're going to come back in, and are they going to put you first? Are you going to be your ex's main priority today? Because I've just heard that at some point they promised you that they would have put you first, and maybe they did for a while, but they went back to their old habits. Other people always interfering, and they hadn't got the balls to stand up to them. So let's get into it. Anyway, just while I shuffle, I hope you're okay. Thanks for watching. I do value all your support, and I do read all your comments, so please leave me comments. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of the video, links below in the description box. Click on it, all on the website, all the readings I do, and check out the $1 reading that's up there at the moment as well. Okay, let's get into it. I'm very curious. I know they love you. I know they care about you. But for some reason, they find it difficult to stand up for you and them in a relationship. Before I pull any cards, I'm channeling that there was something they did, maybe in a past relationship. Maybe it's children, adult children, that they feel they can't go against now because they didn't support them when they were younger. There's something very, very... It's not that they don't love you, okay? They are scared of being cast out. They're scared of not being part of this group of people, okay? I feel they have a fear of abandonment deep down. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's see what's going on in their energy. Right, their energies come out. Now, they could be an Aquarian, Libran or Gemini. They've come out as the King of Swords, okay? It's your ex's energy here. So, yeah, they can be quite an unemotional person. They can work with logic. On a bad day, they can be quite cruel with their words. They can play mind games with words. So they will say something to you and then tell you they haven't said it, okay? So I feel at the moment they've realised what's happened, but they're still trying to think their way out of it, okay? Oh gosh, yeah, nine of Swords. You're living rent-free in this person's head. So basically the King of Swords and the Nine of Swords together is telling me that they can't shut their mind off. Swords are mental, in case your thoughts. So their mind's just going round 1,000,000 to 1. They're trying to analyse it, they're trying to rationalise it. But for me, this card can mean that your mind is literally eating you up. Okay, so they have a lot of anxiety, they have a lot of fear, they are not sleeping very well, possibly having dreams and stuff, but also a lot of guilt, a lot of regret, and a lot of remorse. Okay, they do feel very, very guilty. And I feel you knew this though with this group of people. You know, you knew. And I'll say it again, it's as if even if your ex is talking to them or seeing them, these people are just doing their own thing. They were a group of people that loved the drama. And if it's a family, I feel long before you came onto the scene, there was sort of a meshment within themselves. They'd all kind of got a role to play, possibly with the parents. And I just feel that they're just getting on with their own lives. And your ex is the one that's just sat there thinking, what the hell have I done letting you go? Why did I let you go? What was I doing? Yeah. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Unhappy families, dysfunctional families, broken families, parents who might have stayed together, but whoa, it wasn't a particularly good environment. One playing one off against the other, maybe playing one child off against the other. Okay, but you know what's tormenting your ex? King of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Cups in the reverse, is the thoughts that they've listened to family opinion, family values, family traditions, and they've got sucked back in again. Okay, and I'm hearing again, because I do feel that your ex has tried on occasions to break free. It's difficult, you know, I will say that, being really old now. It is difficult, you know, the family situation you grow up in, it's buried deep, okay? And really, unless you actually see it and actually start to do something about it within your own mind, people do just keep repeating the patterns. It's like learning your numbers, you know, once it's embedded, you can repeat them in your sleep. So they're very unhappy. Your ex is very, very unhappy. Yeah, definitely three spokes in the wheel. That's what I'm trying to say. There is one particular person, you'll know who this is. Let me know in the comments. There's one particular person who thinks they're above everybody else, and they're almost like the leader, okay? They play one off against the other in this environment. They like to think they've done better than the others. They like to think they know more. They're quite someone who'll name drop, someone I'm hearing who'll just say, oh, I know this person, I've done this. They definitely wear their profession, their job, or they did if they don't work anymore, on their thing, you know. They are very much almost like a society sort of thing. They like to be known for what they've done, okay, and who they know. And that one particular person has been the one that has been the main problem, okay. Could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, not just Sun, okay. Could just be Mercury, I'm hearing, could be their communication level, but they do think they're better. And they also have come out in the 7 of Swords energy, so they can be very sneaky, very underhanded, and very unstable. So you could have thought that this person was your friend, but behind the scenes, that they never were really. You just think of sort of like is it a viper's nest? I don't know, just all these like snakes slithering around. Yeah, your ex is in the Four of Swords. There's a lot of swords here. Swords, a lot of mental issues, overthinking, thoughts, anxiety, fear, chaos. So your ex is tired. They're mentally overloaded, okay? They're just looking back and wishing they'd never done what they did to you. It's very sad, really. And reshuffled, and I have the Seven of Swords again. Yeah, you definitely had an enemy masquerading as a friend in this little bundle of joy, really. They really were not your friend, okay? They were always out for themselves. And they convinced your ex that they would be better off maybe without you, okay? Because it suited their agenda, whatever it was. Whatever the agenda was, it suited them. And then your ex went back into the mould, and now they are on their own, okay? Even if they've gone into another relationship, they're not happy. Okay, maybe it's a relationship that suited other people more, but they're not happy. Let me just see what else comes out. I will go to the outcome. I'll have a look at the outcome. And also, is it, you know, would they do this again to you? I don't feel it's the first time. You might not have totally split, but I don't think this is the first time. Yeah, your ex is overwhelmed. They're totally shut down. This is a shut down card. And for me, that's the Four of Swords. Just got to a point where there's nothing left. They haven't got the energy to leave. They haven't got the energy to argue. Yeah, they're just, this is the scrolling instead of healing. So they are really just numbing themselves with whatever people, you know, we all can numb ourselves with things, so but they are just numbing themselves, possibly scrolling through your photos. But then on the other hand, yeah, King of Swords, they are doing that because they're trying not to lose it, so they do have suppressed rage. Now your ex could be someone who can actually be quite a contained person. King of Swords is not emotional, and on a good day they are very balanced. Their thoughts, their mental health is very good. But are they the sort of person, when enough's enough, that when they go up like a bottle of pop, they literally lose it? Well, they're trying not to do that at the moment. That's within the Four of Swords. So they're just kind of switched off because they know that they have made one huge mistake. And they are blaming this group of people now, all right? They're blaming this group of people. Let me just have a look at the energy of the group of people with this tarot deck. Let me just give it a shuffle. Beautiful deck this, but huge, huge cards. Yeah, Six of Wands. This group of people are selfish as hell. They're all about image. All about who's going to get up one rung more on the ladder, all about performance, all about what people think. But they are a group of people who will do what they need to do to win. Okay? They have to win. I feel with you, you were the breaker, you were the generational breaker. You came in like a breath of fresh air. Okay, and you saw straight through it, and they knew that you saw straight through it, okay, and they couldn't be having that. This is a very specific reading today for somebody. They couldn't be having that. No, because their energies also come out. This family group is the devil. Toxic, materialistic, have to win. Very much in the 3D energy. You are very spiritual, kind, empathetic, but you're also very switched on. Very, very, very switched on. And you knew exactly what was going on. Okay. So, yeah, I can see what's happened here. Are they going to do anything? Is your ex going to do anything? I do feel they love you. I do feel they love you very much. Yeah, King of Wands, they'll be back. They'll come out of that King of Swords energy, go into the King of Wands energy. Yeah, bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is the Knight of Cups. So yeah, you will hear from this person again. And I feel this time, I've got the Strength card. I feel this time they're going to take care of you. They're going to get their priorities right. They're going to be stronger. And Strength's a funny one in love. Okay, this card. But I feel in today's energy, it's pointing to them being strong with regard to this group of people. That they are not going to get as involved. They're almost going to let it go over their heads. I feel that they are suffering enough at the moment, okay, that they will not repeat this. Maybe this is what needed to happen. Maybe this they needed to actually see it for what it is. Because I feel deep down, whenever you talked about this situation, they knew, but at the time they weren't willing to look at it. And it's hard sometimes to look at things, because then you have to think that was all actually not even good, and everything you believed in wasn't as it really was. Okay, so this, your ex is going to come back in, yeah, but I'm getting the Strength with the Ten of Pentacles, and I feel they're going to be very strong with the family. See, Ten of Pentacles it can talk about the family lineage, so like the parents, the inheritance, the, you know, the accumulated years within a family. That's how I'm reading that today. And I feel they will be strong with this group of people. Yeah. They're sick and tired of the ups and downs of all of this now. Okay. There could also, just for the record, have been some sort of dispute with that Ten of Pentacles within the family, where maybe the parents' inheritance or something like that, or the family weren't agreeing on something to do with some finances, or one sibling had fallen out with another. It's not emotional though, it's definitely something in the physical with that Pentacle card. So I'll leave it with you. This person will be back. I do feel that if you want them back, you're in control here. Always. This is just energy. This is one of many possibilities. Okay, it's the one that is coming through strongest for me today. So you get to choose. You're on the pedestal. You are the best. You know, you are worthy, you are deserving, and you are amazing. Okay, so I'll leave it with you, and take good care. But this person still loves you. They're still very passionate about you. Okay, very, very passionate. So look after yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.